Vibe coding is all the rave right now, but nobody's talking about the different ways you can monetize it if you're just starting out. So in this video, I want to show you an app that I coded in one day without being a developer, how I'm using it myself as well, and what I'm planning to do in 2026. So I'm going to give you a prompt, I'm going to give you a beginner's guide, and the exact behind the scenes apps that I'm building myself, so you can just see what I'm doing and copy it for yourself. So let's dive in. All right, so now let's dive into my screen and I'll show you some of the apps that I've been building and more importantly, how you can monetize this, whether you already have a business or you're looking to start one in 2026. So I made a post yesterday. As you can see here, we got 400 reactions, 439 comments of people saying, I want to learn how you're doing this. And the reason why is because I was able to generate a first draft of an app that I created for myself. So I saw this ad of like this physical mega calendar of someone who's like, hey, here's how you can plan out your 12 months manually, physically, like you would buy the calendar, wait weeks for this to be shipped. And I'm like, wait a minute, why don't I use AI? Because I'm using it in every department of my business. Why don't I create a calendar with AI that I can just prompt and say, create this, event, this reminder for end of December where I'm doing a 2-day live event. And this is my vision. This is what I want to build. These are the products, the offers, everything that I want to create and put it into one beautiful UI. I grabbed a screenshot from dribble.com of a UI that I liked. And I said, make it look like this. And it's a 193 word prompt that I'm going to give you in this video. So below in the description, you'll see the full document with the prompt and everything so that you can just steal this, modify it, put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, rewrite a prompt similar to this, add my prompt and say, but instead make it about an app like this. So one for you. Now there's 4 ways you can monetize this. You can create apps and softwares that you sell. You can create one, get users and try to exit. You can create these for businesses. So let's say you came to me and you said, hey, I want to create an app for you. I want to, or you go to a coach, a fitness coach, and you say, I want to create an app for you, for your clients, and we'll make it specifically for your branding. We'll make it exactly like your customers would want to interact with you. Chat, video trainings, recipes, like AI-powered features. And then I created this monetization quadrant because there's 4 ways: vibe coding, so apps and softwares; vibe services, so you use AI to create automations, funnels, websites, marketing; vibe products, or digital products that you can create way faster now because of AI. And I'll show you how I'm doing that as well. Vibe licensing, you can license your brain to other people. They get access to you 24/7. Create AI agents that do the work for them. We're in a new economy where it's not just done for you, done with you, and do it yourself. It's done with AI. And if you want to learn more about that specifically, you can join a free school community. I just talked about that here, done with AI. We got 6,200 members in here in Freedom Fastlaner, so you can join that free below as well. But with that said, let's dive into the beginner's guide. So you can get this down in the description, no opt-in or anything. And this is the beginner's guide to vibe coding for these different business models, 4 ways you can monetize. And this is how to create apps and softwares by simply telling AI what to build, saving months of development time, and avoiding 50,000 to 250,000 in dev agency fees. I know this from personal experience. I've spent just on one project, I spent 25,000 to get it developed, never launched because it wasn't good enough. And now I'm able to create that in a day with vibe coding. Now, if you just get it 99% there by telling AI how to create it, you can hire a developer to just push it over the finish line. AI can do a lot of the security now, the backend, adding files, creating folders, and organizing all of the backend. Adding user profile like login authentication. Stripe can do the payment, the billing department, or the billing feature. And you can just say like, okay, what else do we need to create to finalize this? Like you can just prompt your way to finalizing your product. And if you want to, before you launch it, you can have a developer just look at it. And this is how you can get your first 100 users, 1,000 users. And once you scale to like $1 million SaaS, you can obviously hire more developers, use the revenue that you get from your users to hire more people. But this is the vibe coding formula. To create a winning AI powered product, you only need three things. Typical educational framework, right? Three ways to get three things. But really, you need a painful problem. So this is the gap. They have a problem. There's a place they want to be. There's a gap here. A specific real world frustration your audience already feels. So for me, it could be creating content. It could be creating frameworks and educational resources. It could be AI agents that writes copy. It could be wherever it is, calendar, productivity. And then you need an AI powered solution. So a faster, better, cheaper alternative delivered through an AI app, a SaaS, automation, workflow, digital employee. Um, and then number three, you need a persona in a big market. So like a big industry where people are spending money, there's existing demand, people have this problem, there's a big enough TAM, total addressable market. So if there's only like 1,000 people with this problem, probably not big enough. If there's 1 million people, like business owners, then you can find a painful problem, create a solution for them. So here's a couple of examples of how I'm using AI, and then we'll go into Lovable to walk you through the vibe coding framework. So I use it obviously for vibe coding, accelerating product creation, framework design, offer creation, AI funnel building, graphic design, content, copywriting, info product, course creation, templates, um, email sequences, ad copy, analyzing other ads, analyzing documents, doing research, understanding people's pain points on a deeper level. Now I use it as a calendar that I built for myself. It's called 365. And that's the one I'm going to show you. And then you can copy the prompt here after. But first, watch this video so that you can understand how to use it. Because otherwise, there's no point. It's like having a luxury car in a garage. You can't really drive it. All right, let's dive in. By the way, I have multiple, so I can show you some of these if you want to see some of them. I can't show you all of them because I'll be releasing one. But okay, so 365, this is what the post was all about, right? If you look here, I created a calendar app for 2026 to plan my entire year. 193 words, one prompt. Took me 5 minutes to prompt, 2 minutes to create. That's wild. The future is here. And removes the 80% that really don't do anything. The AI inside creates a plan based on my business model, customer avatar, the North Star. What's the goal? What's the business that you want to build? And the AI planner goes and builds the calendar for you. That's the goal. And you can create one of these yourself, or let me know in the comments if you would ever want access to this. It's like a second brain that aligns my focus. I don't ADHD too much, which I already do. Hopefully, don't burn out in the next year or ever. And I don't see anyone talking about creating or vibe coding this way because everyone is like just focusing on one thing, like creating a software to get users or creating it for businesses. But what about yourself? How would you feel if you could just create an app to make your life easier? You wouldn't need to pay for the subscription. You can have 5 different apps for 5 different areas of your life, one for finances, one for fitness, one for funnels, planning, so on and so forth. And once you understand it and it clicks, it becomes so much fun to just play around with it. And you feel like a child again. That's what I like the most about this. It doesn't have the limit of like being a developer anymore. So let me show you how this works. Now, this is what it looks like now. We have dashboard, calendar, events, AI planner, where I can say like, do this, add an event for December 17th to have dinner at 5 p.m. EST or 5 p.m. And so the chatbot now goes and creates the task inside of the calendar. Now, this is super fresh. I started it yesterday, and I've been creating all these other tools as well. So you can see it says it sort of hallucinates, and then what I would do, this is prompting, right? You screenshot this, drag it in here, fix, yeah, like you can see here, fix this so actually adds the event to set dates and time. So that was the last one that I did a couple of minutes before starting to record this. So fix this so it responds correctly. and doesn't say random things. And then it goes and codes the whole thing. We have a checklist. So this is where I can go in and say, like, I want to create this thing. So it's not a project management system, but it's like, okay, in my mind, I have these things that I want to create. I can put them into bullet points, and then AI can take them and create events, reminders, deadlines, all these things inside of 365. By the way, I like the logo. I love the name of it because it's like 365, plan your entire year using AI. So you can plan it in a day. In January, we have one focus. Actually, let's create a feature and add it to the left menu bar where you have one main focus area each month. Create 12 cards where I'll input the focus area for Jan to December. And then I can, after that, by the way, I have to wait for this to update. So fix the AI planner, saving changes, and you can probably see my ADHD already just jumping from one thing to the next. You can see here it's still working. Speaking of ADHD, we could create a tool for that as well. That'd be cool. One thing I want to do, I want to create these like and give them to you. So I can't launch 10 different apps and 10 different softwares and all this. Focus is super key. So I just want to create these, show you how to do it, start teaching it because I'm having so much fun and I'm seeing like so many people ask how to learn this. Like you can see here, 400 people just wanted me to record this YouTube video. And so I want to start teaching this and showing you how to do it, but also give you the projects that I have no like monetary use for. I don't want to sell them, right? So now I can add the next one. Let's create a feature and it's going to think, it's going to plan. By the way, when you start a project, you also want to first create a super prompt. So I created a tool for that as well, super prompt. But basically what it is, it takes a boring prompt like create a software for ADHD people or for my fitness journey and make it look modern. Instead, it takes that and it creates it. You can ask you a couple questions and create like a super prompt that has all the details. What about the font? What about the colors? Do you want it to be futuristic? Do you want animations? Like, how do you want it to look? And then I always go to dribble.com and I type in like UI, light orange UI designs for an example. And then I can grab a screenshot. Maybe I want it to look something like this. Even for specific things, like if there's a graph and I don't like it, I can screenshot a specific graph and say, make it more like this. And so that's the combination of prompting with visual reference points. You can even add URLs and say, hey, go and make it like scan this page and make it more like that. One thing you'll notice, Lovable has become so much better in creating the backend. So this is where you have like a super base or you have your tags, your projects, your files. It's organizing everything. And so it's modifying the database and it just asks you to allow it. If it has a problem with troubleshooting, it tries to fix itself. And if you see an issue, you can just screenshot it, put it back in and say, fix this. I want it to do this. Right. So now we can go, we're just going to let this populate the latest feature that I just prompted. And then we'll come back and walk through like where did we start, because you can see like we just started basically generating this with one prompt, and then I'll show you the other prompt. So this was the 193 word prompt. You can grab it below in the description. Create a beautiful calendar planning app and dashboard called 365. Actually, I first I think I was gonna do 26, so 20, and then number 6. But then I was like, then I need to change it to 27, 28. And so like I was like 365. That's a year, and that works as a brand name for forever. With light orange and vanilla white branding, future animation, thin light borders, 10 pixel radius ish, So that's like the rounded corners. Logo is a heart icon and 365 name. No website needed yet. The goal is to plan my entire 2026 calendar. So what's the goal, right? What's the problem? What's the goal? Who's it for? Um, my entire 2026 calendar by year, month, week, and day. That's important because otherwise it can just like create, sure, like it can create a calendar, but I want it to be by year, even quarterly goals if you want to, month, week, and day. AI will plan out everything through prompting. I'll never have to touch it. It'll have my North Star, my business model. This is also very important. I want it to be around the business. You'll see in some of my tools, I do like income and expenses for both business and personal. So I create it first, and then I say make another tab. So it's like both for personal and business. So you just continue to expand. Like you have to train your creative muscle and remove all the limits of what's possible to create. And then you'll see like, oh, I wonder if we could do this. In the past, when I tell developers what I want, they just get overwhelmed. And I understand that because it's like a lot of manual work. Now, AI doesn't get overwhelmed. You pay for the credits. So I use a lot of credits. So you can see here, I got like all these tools. I go in and like prompt stuff. And like while this is building, I can prompt this one. And it's like, I love it. I'm having so much fun with it. So that's the only downside. There's no developers getting overwhelmed, but you pay for the credits if you build a lot of stuff at once. So just build one for now, start small, and then once you make more money, you'll be able to reinvest into it. So let's see here. By the way, I know there's a lot of people who say, "Why don't you use this thing or this tool?" Lovable, in my experience, has been the best, most user friendly, all-in-one solution, and I don't need a developer platform like some of these Cursor or these. Like I want beautiful, I want like clean interface. I want it simple to like just it just has to work. And so Lovable has been great for that. Now I still use High Level for all of my like email automations, funnels, order forms. Like I don't want to like custom code everything when I just have tools that can do everything all in one. So Lovable is for me to create tools to get more stuff done better, faster, and create solutions for myself mainly, right? Um, and then what I love is the suggestive, like add this, do you want this? And so when you start building, it'll understand what you're trying to do and suggest, okay, so now you can do this next. And if I click this, you'll see it'll explain it first. It's not just going to build it without asking. So add a description field to each monthly focus for card for more context. That's actually smart. So I just added this monthly focus, enter focus area. So this could be YouTube is big in January. YouTube videos has to be like the main thing. And then in February, it's like write a book about AI. And so I didn't have this feature when I started the video, but now you can see, okay, it's asking me to modify the database. It can do that. And it's creating all of these things. But this is just the first step to a monthly focus point. And I can continue. I'll show you an example. I can screenshot this. I can continue developing it by just adding in here and say, improve this to allow me, actually improve this to suggest focus areas based on the AI planner and my input. So now it'll think and strategize for me and suggest as a consultant, like, I think the monthly focus area should be this. Ask me more questions in the AI chat if needed. Then add a button that says generate using AI, obviously. So this is how I do it. Now let's go up all the way. So you can see some of the changes I've made. So we have this, you can see here I had 26. Even then it understood because I said it's going to be called 365 name in the logo. So I put in that one prompt and it created the first thing. Features for version 1. Dashboard with calendar overview, AI onboarding wizard, North Star, daily insights, file upload support for the workflow, clean sidebar navigation. If you don't say you want a dashboard and UI, like it'll create a website. it'll create a landing page with like a tool, a calculator, like basic stuff. And I highly recommend that you. Oh wow, this is already 20 minutes almost. I Yeah, I recommend you specifically say that you want it to be an app with a dashboard, left side menu, and then you also want to create. I forgot to say with the super prompts. You also want to have like an like analyze first and create like the entire game plan. When you create a dashboard, like an app and a software, first do like a proper deployment strategy plan, like a game plan. What's like the 5 stages that we're going to do? Because then when you prompt, you can say, now do the next stage. I can now even say here in 365, I can say, analyze what the next phase of the deployment is to get this live. It'll analyze it, it'll either start doing it or ask like for you to approve it. So it did this. I said, change the vision to be helping entrepreneurs create a life of freedom and business by design, leveraging AI systems. Business model, solopreneur, digital products, AI licensing, ideal customer, stressed out entrepreneur wants their freedom and sanity back. So this is for the North Star, and it updated all that. I then also said, make it clickable so I can change it and save it. If it looks bad, I'll screenshot it and say, make this look more simple and minimalistic. You can see that all of my designs are pretty clean, and that's for a reason. So change today's schedule to vibe code, film YouTube video update, prompt OS, vibe create 2-day event material. And so here it changed the schedules. I can also say, I can screenshot this and say, make these clickable, right? So you just get something and you expand on it. This was January, although I'm filming this in December. So I said, always when in the dashboard, make sure that the calendar is the current month. And then when I go to calendar, this was also January. So I said, also make sure that every time I go to the calendar tab, it is the current month. So these like this like UI interface, how it looks, and the user experience, how it feels when you're using it. So you have function, and then you have like experience and kind of like how it feels when you're using it. What can it do, and how well does it do it? And ultimately, how often are you going to use it because of how it feels when you're using it? Updated it. What's next in the development plan? There we go. Phase 1, core infrastructure. Phase 2, AI planning engine. Phase 3, calendar features. Phase 4, daily engagement. So we have daily insights as well. Enable lovable cloud and build the AI powered onboarding wizard. So I should actually move this up. Let me prompt that as well. You can see here, don't speak to me in weird AI language. Just reply as a humanoid in a similar writing style as I message you, and keep improving as I write more prompts where you should schedule for me. Save all chats. Improve the UI with futuristic orange hue-ish type details. I talk to it like I talk to you. Fix this UI to fit within its column. So you can see here, it went outside. So that's troubleshooting. Without making this like too long, let me know if you want to see like a full-on build out. It would probably be a couple of hours. It'll be free on YouTube. So I'm always going to have free products, free tutorials, free trainings, and then free community. And then I'm always also going to have paid products community for people who want to go like all in, who are like, they know this is the future. They want a community, they want support, they want access to me, they want like templates and all of maybe even access to like super prompts and these type of stuff. So now finally, before we jump off, I just want to show you some of the other projects, and then make sure you join Freedom Fastlane as well, so you can get like the latest insights when it's like 1 a.m. and I'm going to sleep after vibe coding for a few hours, and I drop in like the insights, what's working for me. That's inside of the community. So here we have Acentic. This was called Journey Weaver. So when you say something like, let's go up and see what the first prompt was. Create a full custom journey builder web app inspired by the branding, color spacing, component style of the reference UI. Core layout and requirements, a modern dashboard layout, persistent left sidebar navigation, main content area with clean spacing, clear hierarchy, smooth transitions, responsive design, customer journey, editable list of journey stages, stage view, summary of the stages, one-click asset generation. Actually, what I did here, I told ChatGPT to create me a super prompt for Lovable, and I said I want it to be like a journey builder, visual canvas, so that I can first have like I can have a pre-funnel, top of funnel, middle funnel. I can click these and create like the awareness levels for my customer journey, and then I can also create like opt-in pages and where's sales page. I can create order form. By the way, when I created this, it would just add them on top of each other. It didn't have the zoom in effect. It didn't have the dotted background. It didn't have this logo. It didn't have all the stages. It didn't have the simplicity in how it connects. If I click this, I had to close it here. I couldn't just click here. So these are things that as a product, not developer, but designer and builder, like I just feel and see things that I think I need to reverse engineer for more people, because they're like, how do you do that? Well, it's just, I see it. If there's an friction point for me, I want to fix it. So this is what I'm doing with High Level when we're working on Funnel AI. We were making funnel building just prompt based. So all of my funnel templates, the layouts, like all these things, I'm like, this is like too much work. This takes too long. This is not good enough. Like, let's fix this. The problem there is the developers, they're the best people in the world. I can't believe they're still working with me, because like, imagine all the prompts I put to Lovable, I also put to High Level for Funnel AI. I'm like, can we make this better? Like, what are some things that we can improve here? What about the image generation? Can we make the hero sections visual when they create a funnel draft with AI? Like all these things. So anyways, this is pretty cool. This is built for me personally, but I know there's other people who want this as well. Momentum. So this was called Creator Flow. This is for like projects. It's yeah, basically you can ideate products. You can just like the calendar where you prompt what you wanted to plan for you. There's a project management for myself where I can prompt um, ideas and things that I'm working on and say like put this into like a project management system basically. But I also am planning on maybe adding this. This is content to revenue tracker. Let's see, uh, high rolls and all these tools that can track organic content to sales. I want to test the limits of Lovable, see what it can do if it can build that. By the way, feel free to steal all of my ideas and create your own apps. Like I'm all abundance focused. Like we can all win. There's no scarcity or keeping anything hidden. Heavenly, this is like sourdough. For people who want to learn recipes, tutorials, starter tracker, daily Bible verse, just like daily bread. Um, my sisters and a few of their friends have a an Instagram page with sourdough and like an ebook, and so I was like, hey, let me try to create an app. Um, all right, we have video flow. This is a big one. So I mentioned content. I built this for myself as well. So niche discovery to find like the pocket in YouTube, the category you want to be known for. Video ideas, creative watch. You can watch other people's channels and get suggestive video ideas instead of reactively creating them. You get them proactively fed to you. Video projects. Add your project here. You can add them here as well. And then content calendar. You can probably see that some of this stuff could be like built into one, right? If you have a vision for what you want to build. So a calendar AI, and then maybe a project management system and a video planner, that could be like a content management system with a schedule and ideation, right? I have one tool that I worked on for a couple of weeks, vibe coded just while I was sick, and it's bigger than all of these, but it fits perfectly into what I'm doing. It's called, well, we'll do a separate video on that. Analytics, script writer, title generator, thumbnail tools, transcription, so on and so forth. So that's it. Hopefully that's been helpful. Hopefully you got a few ideas. Hopefully your brain is like racing and you are seeing the opportunity. You're seeing possibilities that you can do yourself, even if you don't have any previous experience. You're not a developer. Maybe you've never had a single business yourself. Maybe you don't have a single follower and no personal brand, but you want to start somewhere. Well, AI helps you with all of that to start publishing. If it's not videos, then written posts. If it's not a software, it's maybe like a tool for yourself. And like I said, you can follow this to figure out, do I want to do this for myself? Do I want to sell services to businesses who have money, who are happy to pay me? Do I want to create products and teach what I know because that's more scalable? Are you a coach who want to license your brain out to people so they can get AI agents modeled after you doing the work for them instead of done with you? Is it done with AI for them, right? Because people are always going to want connection, community, especially with AI. But we don't have to do all of the things manually ourselves. We can just use AI, leverage it, train it, coach it, guide it to get the outcomes way faster with AI. So hopefully it's been helpful. If it has, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the future stuff on the channel, and join the free community and download the document below. And I'll see you in the next one.